You've probably heard the voice. You certainly know the man, the myth, the legend, Juan Brown of Blanco Lirio. Let's find out more about him on this episode of Taking Off. Hi everyone, Dan Milliken. This episode is brought to you by Gold Seal, groundschool.com, and Wingfield Aviation, your go-to aircraft maintenance facility. Well, when you're walking around the grounds here at AirVenture, you run into a lot of interesting people, and we were able to catch up with, camping way in the South 40 in a plane that we had never seen him in before, Juan Brown from Blanco Lirio. Juan Brown, Blanco Lirio, so great to see you again, man.
Thanks for coming all the way out here to the South 40 to track us down.
Okay, I was looking for the mighty
Luscombe. It would have taken me weeks to get out here in the Luscombe.
Well, yeah, and then all of a sudden it's this plane with a rabbit on it. What's this? What's the
Harvey,
story here?
This is a 1959 Cessna 310. This is breaking news. I haven't even talked about it on the Blanco Lirio channel. But this is Bill Riordan's 1959 Cessna 310. He's owned it since 1972, less than 4,000 hours total time on the airframe. Been at my hometown airport that whole time, maintained by the same guys all that time. Bill's aging out at 93 years old, and I'm beginning to, well, I'll be taking over the care and feeding and maintenance and ownership of this 310 Harvey here in the near future. And it was just a fantastic run out here. 200 miles an hour, 22 gallons per hour, one stop Casper, Wyoming overnight. Wow. And brought the whole family and all our camping gear.
Wow, yeah, the Luscombe would have struggled with the whole family camping at 220 miles an hour.
That's right.
But you would have beat it on the gallons per hour.
Well, but probably by the time you look at gallons per mile, I don't know.
And the 2 trips you would have had to bring family and
That's
gear.
That's right, yeah. Harvey the Rabbit is old school.
But you know, it should be invisible, shouldn't it?
Steam gauges, yeah. I don't know.
It's a stealth 310?
That's right. Wasn't that the original Harvey?
Yeah.
So,
wow. Okay. All right. So, tell me what you got.
So over here is all the engine gauges. This part of the panel is all stock original. The old school radios have been replaced with TKM radios, which are still pretty old school. And this side of the panel was rebuilt. This aircraft has been maintained at the same maintenance shop in Grass Valley since 1972. Ralph Prince rebuilt this side of the panel to a standard 6-pack of round dial gauges, replacing the old World War II B-24 gyros that were in it and the old school autopilot that was in it at the time, saving a lot of weight and making a standard 6-pack panel. And it's been like that ever since. And the rest of it is traditional Cessna 310.
So would you go the route of keeping it classic, or do you see yourself putting some glass and stuff in here?
No. This one's, I like it. I like the steam gauges. This is something I can relate to. I want to keep it as classic and original.
So a 767 pilot, you don't want the glass. You want the steam gauges.
It's too much like going to work, man. Yeah, go with all the glass. The one thing this thing really could use is just a basic wing leveler. As with the tuna take design, it is neutral, what do you call it, lateral stability. She will roll on you if you start looking down at your ForeFlight or your charts. She'll roll right off a heading on you real easily. So a wing leveler or some basic autopilot function would be great for us.
So you don't have an autopilot?
No autopilot. This is hand flying, steam powered.
But you're going a lot faster, so at least you don't have to hand fly it for
long. I mean, yeah, the whole thing's, we've got aux tanks on it, so we've got the range to go 4.5, 5 hours with reserves on this airplane.
Wow.
And carry upwards of nearly, 800-900 pounds worth of additional payload once you top off the tanks.
800-900 pounds additional, and after
topping off the tanks.
And okay.
Yeah, 130 gallons total on the fuel. So the main tanks on this aircraft are the tip tanks, 2 50-gallon tanks. Those are the main tanks, and then 2 small or very small aux tanks, 15-gallon tanks, just outboard of the engines.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. 1959. Sky King, the Sky King model.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Yeah. This is the Sky King model. Yeah.
Well, awesome.
Yeah.
What were you going to do before this came out for getting to Osh?
Oh, I probably would have just...
motorcycle?
No, I was thinking airlines, but the problem with airlines right now, the ticket prices have been $800 a piece or more. We brought the whole family, so 8, 6, it's $3,200 for airline for the whole family, and or try to go space available as an employee, the airlines are completely packed full for domestic flights right now.
Because domestic travel is out the roof, although business is down.
Right.
And
the pilots are not all back up to speed.
Yeah,
and so
there's not as many flights, so they're all crowded.
Completely crowded, and so going space available is a very tough option to go. It would have been a challenge, to say the least.
Well, this is awesome. Thanks for showing us Harvey.
Cool.
So we're going to see you in Harvey more often?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, we'll be talking about twins. You guys did a great episode on twin versus signal.
Yes.
I was watching all that prior to jumping into here, and there's a lot to consider. You double your chances for an engine failure, but you've got that cruise engine capability, single engine capability, 7,000 feet, single engine service ceiling. The aircraft is probably half of that of a single, the cost of buying it, but you're going to go 4 to 5 times the cost of owning and maintaining.
See, that's what's kept me out of a piston twin.
Yeah.
Is that it's not like you double performance. You're not going to go from, Lola's 160 knots to now 320 knots. You're only going to go up a little bit to 200 or something. But you double your cost, so to me, that's kept me out of the twin game.
Yep.
Although, to me, the dream, I don't think I would, a lot of people in my shoes, like the guy, Robert Johnson, who used to own Lola, he moved up to a 421, and now he's up to a King Air 90.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So, but to me, I think I would skip the piston twin, and I'd go to a turboprop would be my.
Well, you're going to have a pretty darn big channel to afford to do that.
I know. Well, maybe
we can always keep dreaming.
Maybe you can feature taking off on the Blanco Lirio channel, and we can see my subscribers jump like you do.
Watch Dan Milliken and Taking Off. He's got a lot of great content because you're the real media guy, man.
Well, thank you. Well, anyway, what are your plans here this week?
So I have been drafted into service this week.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I got a gig here now, and we kind of rehearsed it over at ACA last weekend. I'm going to be narrating the Stoll demonstration every evening.
Oh, with the Corey Robbins and
that's
those
right.
Guys? Okay.
Yeah, Corey gave me the binder of stuff, and I'm going to be working with the official air show announcer doing the color commentary. We'll see how this plays out.
Okay, so breaking news, you heard it first here on Taking Off. Juan Brown, Blanco Lirio, is moving into air show announcer.
Yeah, I've done it
You've got the
before
voice for it.
At our local hometown, but this is a huge break. Oshkosh, the biggest air show on earth, and the Stoll demo, the funnest, most.
There's I have not been in the tail dragger Stoll world. I haven't been in the experimental. That hasn't been my deal, and I've started, as I've done the channel, started to learn more about it, talking to, people like Corey Robbins, and I'm truly amazed at what those guys do, and I can see now how that's becoming a really big sport.
Oh yeah, a lot of things going on there. First off, it's truly experimental. They are really pushing the envelope with some of these designs and these engines and the low speeds they're capturing. But these guys are also real movers and shakers of the whole social media aviation movement.
Yeah,
the big tire guys
yeah.
have really captured everybody's imagination, and I blame them personally for the skyrocketing prices of single-engine aircraft across America today. It's working. Folks are getting into aviation.
Yeah.
When just a few years ago we were so worried, was this going to be the death of general aviation? We've seen a huge resurgence. And
Stoll is a big part of that.
Big part of that. All that backcountry flying and all that great video work from people like Trent Palmer and all that.
Yeah, they look at it and go, wow, I want to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. That's awesome. Okay, well, thanks for sharing with us a little bit of what's going on. Juan, as always, it's just great to see you, man.
Excellent, man. Yeah. We'll be running around all weekend. We got the whole family and Lieutenant Pete, and we'll be here all week, it looks like.
All right, cool. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Dan.